I can't believe super mutants were human ones. How could science have gone so wrong?
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the Captain released.
Attention! Ferrum Squad, report to debriefing. Ferrum Squad to the debriefing.
That's what I call locked and loaded.
damage, human! What's that? You disappear! No way!
I think they gave up.
So stupid, so weak!
Don't think I can pick this.
You die now, human! Stop her! Wasting your power! I'll wear your die like a rat
caps to be made protecting folk.
Hi.
My armor saved many a wastelander.
Let's see what you got.
My prices are firm. Hack.
Once we decrypt that intel you recovered from the Institute, we'll know a lot more about them.
Decent parts still lying around here.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly... Scribe Halen's established a communication... I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once... Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime. Good luck, Knight.
Geiger's going crazy on my suit.
What? The...
Dr. Lee
Scribe
returned
Halen.
to the Brotherhood.
It's good to see you again,
I
Knight.
thought she was a
You've
traitor.
come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from over thanks to the reinforcements and the air support.
That's not surprising, after all.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
I hope this plan works.
Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And...
I can't find it anywhere. I'm sorry.
What? No. No. It has to be there. Unless... Volkart. Damn it!
Right.
What am I gonna do?
What about the virus? Won't your condition get worse over time?
No. My mutations have stabilized. I should be all right. No.
Virgil?
Please.
I'd
You
advise
have to
against
find
breathing
the
in these
serum.
fumes. They smell awful.
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
So it's good.
There's only one way to find... All right. Here we go.
Protect and serve.
And now, we wait.
It'll work. Don't worry.
I hope so. We just have to let the retrovirus run its course. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Protect and serve.
the Brotherhood.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Sir?
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
You trivialize that which resides here. This place is holy. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
This man is obviously delusional. I recommend we switch tactics.
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Your words ring hollow. I do not hear Atom's voice in yours. You seek to further your own ends, not his. The relics will remain, and you will leave. Now.
Forgive me. I wish to repent and seek the wisdom of Atom.
No, you will not.
Please, I really want to serve Atom. Do his bidding, whatever you call it.
Atom's bidding? Your words are, take this, and prepare. Follow the brilliance of the glow. May Atom's ray.
That's wasteful. I suggest you pick it back up.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertibirds arrive.
Don't bother. I'm sure they'll be fine.
I don't have a choice. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, dismissed. Knight.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence.
I appreciate that.
Proctor?
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but...
Liberty Prime, back online.
Let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
With him on our side, I don't see how the Institute even stands a chance.
I couldn't agree with you more. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
It'll do, I suppose.
Well, that's gratitude for you. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Prydwen. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Danse's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
I won't do it. Danse deserves a chance to explain himself.
You will do it. This is not up for judgment or debate. I'm giving you a direct order, Knight, and I expect you to follow it without question. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Communications array calibrated.
Attention. Halberd pilot to Station Epsilon. Halberd pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
Quinlan?
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio. I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies. I believe I have some...
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir. Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I'm following orders. You should do the same.
I know I should. But before you head out, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
You're sympathizing with a traitor.
That's exactly my point. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
You'd have me disobey orders?
Can't you put the Brotherhood... Just talk to him. If you still think... But if you see a glimpse... It was Listening Post Bravo. An old pre-war US military outpost on the... It's isolated. And we're the only ones that knew about it.
Sure.
Just be careful.
going down.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Danse?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Haylen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
Of course not. Synths are the enemy, remember?
All too well. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make them. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
I see you've calculated all the variables, just like a machine.
Your anger simply proves my point. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No. I won't do it, Danse.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might affect the people that care about me. People like you and Haylen. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
What's our next move?
You need to continue your fight against the Institute. I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxon will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive. Because you're wrong about him.
Him! Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about me?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Dance wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory. And some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust. And I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide. Know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Just listen to me. If I've earned any of your trust or respect while I've served with the Brotherhood, then I'd gladly trade it to keep Dance alive.
This machine isn't worth sacrificing the goodwill you've earned with the Brotherhood. He's your enemy.
Whether he's human or not, Dance saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
Dance was merely following the rules set up in its programming. To mimic a Brotherhood soldier. A real soldier...
If Dance dies, then you lose me as well. I can't stay in good conscience if his life means that little to you.
Unbelievable. You'd be willing to sacrifice your career for the sake of a machine? So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Prydwen, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other.
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Prydwen Night. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. We still have the Institute to deal with.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Prydwen. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Are you gonna have a problem killing synths?
I might physically be a synth, but my heart and mind belong to the Brotherhood. The Institute is still a tremendous threat to the Commonwealth. They possess technologies that need to be confiscated or destroyed. I promise you, I won't hesitate to pull the trigger on them.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Can't you come with me now?
You heard what Maxon said. If I'm seen aboard the Prydwen, at the police station, or at the airport, not only would I be killed, I'd undermine his authority. I won't do that. But if you need me to take the fight anywhere else, I'll be there.
Goodbye, Danse.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Danse. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Of course. The Brotherhood must come first.
Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I won't disappoint you, Elder.
Had I even a single doubt in my mind, I wouldn't have awarded you the promotion. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Station keeping maintained. Westward state.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Danse has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat. The Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Then let's get to it.
Your enthusiasm is appreciated, Paladin. Destroying the Railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ing...
Our sources tell us that the Railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on PAM's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Prydwen. I'm certain we could put PAM's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good. It'd be a hell of a waste if you didn't.
It takes to complete the mission. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Try and get Pam back here in one piece, okay?
Gonna try to filter it out.
Vertibird docking system. If you find anything interesting in the railroad...
Attention all personnel.
Don't forget to bring it
This
back
is to
here.
serve as a reminder. Scribe Naraya's mole rat subjects are not pets. They are crucial military resources. As such, they are not to be fed by any personnel save Scribe Naraya and her team. Any violation of this policy will result in severe discipline.
Yeah, I know we've gone pretty far. I just got rid of Paladin Danse. I didn't kill him. I spared him. I'm just snagging all this stuff right now. I'm gonna sell these.
Attention. Halbert Pilot to Station Epsilon. Halbert Pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
I heard you hunted down Paladin.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Welcome back. Heard about Dance.
Set me up.
Be my guest.
Be my guest. Don't want you. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Don't want that. Ammo. I wonder if I can get rid of some of the ammunition. Like .38 rounds. Yeah. Means I can buy some more. More of those. More of those. Bayoneted missile launcher? I didn't know you need a bayonet for that. Here we go.
Lock's really strong.
Oh, I thought it was master. Earth Paladin Dance
You're no good at hacking
suit of armor.
systems. You should take someone with you.
Oh, this one. It's pretty much the same power armor, huh? Except that my torso is different.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
Greetings, Paladin.
Shut up. So, I've already spent 13-14 hours already on this game. Already got Liberty Prime done. So, what else do I gotta do? I gotta take out the railroad, right? Yeah. Oh, it's not. Okay.
Paladin Dance must have been a tough order to follow.
Shut up.
Still can't believe Dance was really a Sith.
Tales of a Junktown jerky vendor. Why I sold my mother. Cool. Hello? Housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Let's do this. Search the target reacquired.
Take them all out.
Detonation pack secured and ready, sir. I lost him. Fight at will. Target down. Who's there? Son of a bitch! Lowering weapons full. And you're suffering.
What the?
Look alive, everyone.
Need help?
I've been hit.
Security lockdown is in effect. Communication impossible.
Pam.
Intruder countermeasures active. This unit is incapable of voice communication.
Pam.
Full system reset accepted. Awaiting instructions. Factory reset mode enabled. Command mode available. Ready for programming instructions. Recommend maintenance. Type on.
skeleton! Motherfucker!
Captain.
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be a hindrance to our future operations.
Those sympathizers deserved exactly what they got.
That they did. I'm also pleased you managed to secure Pam, rather than allow it to be destroyed. We are having it brought to the Prydwen, where it will be installed in Proctor Quinlan's office. It's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should prove to be quite beneficial to us. Speaking of pre-war technology, Proctor Ingram is putting the final touches on Liberty Prime and requires your assistance. Congratulations on another successful mission, Paladin. Ad Victoriam. I have another assignment. Virgil. Paladin?
Captain Kells.
Virgil remains a threat. It's time we dealt with him.
I'll take care of it, Captain.
Thank you, Paladin. Dismissed.
Getting a bit of a twitch on.
Prime's coming along. Can't wait to see him smash the Institute.
Look like you've been through the ringer, Paladin. Can't say that I blame you. That was a hell of a business with Dance. Can't even imagine having to look him in the face and pull the trigger.
Honestly, I'd prefer not to talk about it.
I hear you loud and clear, Paladin. Anyway, we need to move on to more important things now. Like getting Liberty Prime off of life support. We've been feeding him power through the Prydwen's engines, but there isn't nearly enough juice to cold start his fusion reactor. That's why we need you to find us a beryllium agitator.
And I'm betting you know right where to find it.
Of course I do. I didn't become head of ship maintenance just because of my good looks. Quinlan dug up some dirt on a company called Mass Fusion. The CEO was some kind of an inventor. The agitator was his crown jewel. That's where we're headed. Hope you don't mind a little company, because I'm coming with you.
It would be helpful if you tagged along.
I knew you'd see it, Mike. Kells has a vertibird on standby, waiting to drop us off on the... Grab whatever gear you need and meet... If the Institute finds out the...
Attention all personnel. I'm disappointed I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited. Anyone who is engaged in such fraternization should report to Night Captain Cade for immediate decontamination. That is all.
Nice job wiping out the railroad. God, I wish I'd been there to see it. I understand how you must be feeling, brother. Dance betrayed us all.
With the railroad gone, nothing can stop us from smashing the Institute.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under. There's a vertibird waiting to take you to Mass Fusion, Paladin.
Machine.
Roger that, Scabbard. We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough.
Never could get used to flying in these things.
Target sighted on the roof, sir. Prepare to engage.
Damn synths are crawling all over the place. Send them out before we drop. Agitator anywhere. It must have been moved. Let's check out that terminal over there.
Going down.
Dr. Ingram.
Amazing that this tower is still standing. Hope it stays that way while we're here.
Hacking this is beyond me.
Drop through here. Might not be as cushy as an elevator ride, but at least we'll be headed in the right direction.
Assessment, you must die.
Nice.
Sensor anomaly detected. By order of the Institute, I must have your assistance. Where did you go? Possible.
is it?
Sedative powering up. Protectron on duty. I am equipped with the most efficient. I will be ready.
I could spend years looking at the tech in this place, but we've still got work to do. There it is. Mass Fusion's reactor. Don't make them like that anymore.
Security's too tight.
Radiation levels are dangerously high in there. Let me know if you need any radiation protection. I'll communicate with you through their intercom system, while I monitor everything from out here.
Examination complete. You may proceed.
The beryllium agitator should be in a port at the top of the reactor. actuator should be in a port at the top of the reactor.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated.
reinforcements. I'll help hold them off. Just make sure you get the agitator out of here.
Let's do this. Oh,
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
You're an inspiration to us all, Malak. Do us proud.
When it comes to keeping the Gridwin running, Proctor Ingram's the best. Feral. Sense of humor.
In my experience,
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Heard you cleaned house over at Railroad HQ. Could probably use some fresh supplies.
Let me see what you have.
All of my weapons.
Max's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
glad to see you're still in one piece.
You mean you're glad to see the beryllium agitator in one piece?
Let's just say I'm glad both of you are in one piece and call it even, okay? Anyway, we shouldn't stand around here talking. We've got a lot of work to do. Well, this is it. Moment of truth. We've pre-programmed Liberty Prime's battle coordinates into his navigation processor. As soon as he's under his own power, he'll head straight for the Institute. Elder Maxson wants you to follow, and make sure he arrives at the CIT in one piece. I've checked every wire and every bolt on the big guy. All we need to do is plug in the agitator, start Prime's reactor, and cross our fingers.
This is gonna be a short war if Prime can't move.
You aren't kidding. Look, I discussed it with Elder Maxson, and we think you should be the one who has the honor of starting Liberty Prime. Just plug the beryllium agitator into his reactor port, then head back down here and press the transfer button. Good luck, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
Look, I'm really busy, and I'm not in the mood for talking.
Fusion core reinitialized. Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Mission: the destruction of any and all Chinese communists. Probability of Chinese victory: impossible.
Ad Victoriam!
Proceeding. Target coordinates. Freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Democracy is non-negotiable. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Defeat is not an option. Obstruction detected. Overland travel to target. Compromised. Probability of mission hindrance, 32%. Revised stratagem initiated. Aquatic transit protocol activated. Probability of mission hindrance, 0%. Democracy is truth. Communism is death. Anchorage will be liberated. Chairman Chang will fall. China. Democracy is truth. Communism is death. Memorial site recognized. Patriotism subroutines engaged. Honoring the fallen is the duty of every red-blooded American. Accessing dictionary database. Entry. Democracy. A form of government in which the leader is chosen by vote, and everyone has equal rights. Domino falls here. Red Chinese infiltration unit. Eliminated. Let freedom ring. America will never fall to communist invasion. Operational assessment. All systems nominal. Primary directive. War. American casualties. Unacceptable. Overkill protocols authorized. Objective reached. Scanning defenses.
Don't let those synths stop Prime. You must reach the Institute.
Obstruction depth. 5 meters. Opposition. Sand. Gravel. Assessment. Reach compound to restore democracy. Warning. All personnel should move minimum safe distance. Embrace democracy, or you will be eradicated.
Lead us to victory, Paladin.
The Institute synths are no match for Prime.
Obstruction eliminated. Ground units initiate Directive 7.
I'll make sure this teleporter is working by the time you need
Sir.
it.
The mission is proceeding as planned, Paladin. Well done. Our next target is the reactor. If anything tries to slow us down, I'm ordering you to destroy it. Man or machine. Once we reach our target, you'll need this. It's a fusion pulse charge. Attach it to the reactor, and it can be detonated remotely from a safe distance. It will be more than enough to annihilate the Institute in its entirety. Ingram, you're to remain here and teleport us out when the job is done. Get that thing working.
Don't worry, we'll get this machinery under control. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
artifact disappeared.
Who's there? Another victory, the heck? What was that?
Located the reactor. It's accessible through the Advanced Systems Division. Only, you can't reach it. The security override can only come from the Director's terminal. You'll need to access his quarters.
expect to see you again. Come to see the reactor, have you? We got it working without you.
I'm sorry.
Tell me.
It's for the greater good.
Well,
Sean,
this isn't your...
Well done, Paladin. Looks like a path should be clear to the reactor. And I am happy to report that reinforcements have arrived.
Attention all personnel. Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1YR31. Please proceed to your assigned evacuation point. Thank you for your cooperation.
Hello. Where did you go?
Please proceed to your assigned evacuation point. Thank you for your cooperation. Attention all personnel.
Elder.
Sorry, Elder.
Time to go,
I
pal.
would, but well, this child showed up. He claims to be the Paladin's son, sir.
YR3